Hello and welcome back to the Power BI video series. I hope you have been enjoying so far. Now let's get into how to utilize the data that we have uploaded or connected with Power BI desktop. Now in the last module, we spoke about how exactly the data has been connected. If you remember the data section, in the last module, we spoke about connecting data to Power BI and the data gets loaded into the data pane. Now we have the data loaded already. How do you utilize this data to visualize and have some reports create out of it? So what we'll do is we'll start utilizing the different pane that we are aware of. That is the visualization pane. In this video, we will walk through multiple visualization options that we have, how exactly we can use most of the settings, and how exactly it is going to look when you have it on your canvas. Let's start with one of the data on the screen. One, I would say a column chart. Let me just click on the option over here and you can see it loads one of the tile on the canvas, which is blank. Now, if you have noticed in the visualization pane, you have multiple options that needs the input to be given for. Now, as this is a bar chart, it will have an x-axis and a y-axis. Have an x and a y-axis. Now these two axes will define how exactly you want the data to be represented. Now what we'll do is first we'll define what do you want to be seen the data on an x-axis. Now let's pick up salesperson that we have, and we want to understand that how the salesperson has progressed in terms of the total sales that they have done. So what we can do is we can pick the salesperson, put them into x-axis. You'll not see any details on the style right away. You'll need some inputs that what data, against what data do you want the salesperson's data to be compared with. Now I want it against the total sales, and then hence I put y-axis as total sales. Now you can resize these styles that you have. Now you have huge number of salespersons that they are engaged. Now if you see the data, you can see multiple salesperson involved and the data against the total sales that they have made over the period. Now you might not see the numbers on these particular columns over here. Now how we can get that is the beauty of visualization pane. Now what we have done so far, we have just explored the x-axis, the y-axis, and now we want to understand what more can we do with this particular data. I would like to see the numbers on the top of these particular bars and what exactly each and every person has done. Now it is a long list. Now there are different ways that we can pretend the data or interpret the data, my bad. So what we'll do is inside visualization pane, we have a section which is for formatting the data. Now, if you just hover the mouse over here, you'll see add data to visualization pane, whereas you get an option to choose from the different visualization options. Then you have format your visual, what has been selected on the screen at the moment. And then you have further analysis of your visual. So what we'll do is I select this particular visualization first. I'll go to format your visual. Now I can make changes to all the details that I have. Now at a quick glimpse, if you can see over here, there are multiple things which have been unchecked. Now if you see this data label, if I enable data labels, it'll give me the numbers that I was looking for. All right. If you try and expand each and every section, there will be more detailings that you can do for every single visualization that you select. Now, for now, we'll keep it simple. As we move further, we'll try and explore more options to this. Now, other important thing that you'll always require is you'll need to give a title to your uh, visualization that you have done. Now, by default, your visualization will always have the calculation of what you have in x-axis and y-axis. So it says sum of total sales by salesperson, because if you see y-axis sum of total sales and x-axis is salesperson. So sum of all total sales by a salesperson. That is how you get the title. But you might not require it this way. Maybe you have a different way of portraying it. You can just go to format your visual, go to general section over here. You have the title which is turned on. Try to expand it. You'll see the same title which is seen on the screen. What if you just want to say salesperson details, and you get it. And it's a live change that happens on the screen immediately. You can even align it to the center. You can change the text color. You want to change it to brown, red, anything that you want, and it gets changed immediately. You can change the heading sizes. If you want to change how exactly the title needs to look like, that can be changed. You can change the font. You can change the appearance. It can be bold, italics, and underline as well. So these are the basic features that you'll always get into any Office applications and can similarly be used in Power BI as well. We'll go through one format for one visual at a time so that we can explore it as we move forward with different visualizations. Okay. Now there are different properties as well, how exactly you want this particular visualization to be set. Now, not every time you'll have to go ahead and make changes to properties. The main features that you'll mostly use is going to be the title. And if you want to visualize the data little more, like what if I want to have um, a zoom line which can give me the insights between the data that I have over here. So what you can do is in format visualization, if I go to visual, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to make a change to the visual, how exactly it's going to look. So you come to the visual section, and if you see, you have a zoom slider. You turn on the zoom slider, you get an option on the screen. You can try and navigate through the data and see what all data you would require. Now, this is live change onto the data that has been provided to Power BI, and hence this becomes more interactive as well. So once you have the dashboard created by the end of this particular video series, you will be able to use most of the things more effectively. Let's look at another visualization that we have. Let me introduce you to pie chart. I click outside on the screen. So what I'm doing right now is if I select this particular visualization and if I try and click on any other visualization on the screen, it's going to shape this data accordingly. So you can see it's been changing on the screen. Even if I take a pie chart, this is how the sales data will be represented. Let's get it back into the normal time, normal details of visualization. So what you do is make sure that you have not selected any visualization on the screen. Click outside inside the canvas. Click on pie chart. Now you require the data or the details you want to feed in to pie chart. The first thing that you'll require is what exactly you want to see. Now I want to see the unit or the total sales. That will be my complete sales, which is 5.26 million. Now I want to segregate it with different sectors. Like I'll put it in a broad way that I want to see the sales, the total sales as per the region. So what I'm going to do is I will select a region. I'll put it to legend. So this is the segregation of your total sales as per the region. In pie chart, whatever value you want to see on the pie chart will always go to the value section. And with what category you want to see the split into, that will always go to the legend. Now, legend in pie chart and legend in bar chart is different. Now, we'll talk about that details. Now, let's go to the legend section, which we had kept empty for the bar chart. or sorry, the column chart. Now in Legends, if you see, if I hover the mouse on any of the bars over here, I can see the salesperson's name and the total sum of the sum of the total sales that was done. What if I want to even see the region where this person has achieved this information, like the details or the product category that they have? So what I can do is I can have that information added to the Legends part. What this will do is it'll split my chart into a cluster of details for each and every salesperson. Now, if I go to the bar and I can see the details along with the column chart, along with the column or on the screen. But now this becomes too cluttered. I don't really require it to be seen this way. I just want my mouse to be hover on any of the bar and then see the details. So what you do is you select this region and drag it to the tools tip. The moment I come to tools tip and I just hover the mouse on any of the bars over here, you can see there's a section that is the region that has been seen on the screen right now. You can see the reason, a region which was not available earlier. Similarly, if you feel that you want to have more than one details for one particular category which has been placed on your x-axis and want to have more detailed segregations, that will always go to your legends. All right, let's talk about one more visualization which is called as card visualization. So if I go here and I click on a card, this the name as it implies, this visualization is a card which will represent a specific number, or ideally it has been used to represent some fixed numbers that you want to see. So if you click on one of the categories and you want to see the numbers been changing, that is when you can utilize this. For now, what I'll do is I want to see the total sales as represented over here. I'll pull these details, I can put it into the field section. Now there are different ways, either you put it into the field section or you just drag it and put it onto the screen, into the tile. You'll see total values over here, which is sum of total sales. Now similarly, if you want to make any changes to the appearance, you can always go to format visual, go to the details, turn on the title, and you will be able to add a title. I'll say card visual, and it shows up on the screen. That's all for the video. See you in the next video with more details and more options that we can explore with Power BI.